Hi, everybody. The current event that I chose this week came from Science Daily, and it is entitled Study Implicates Flavored E-Cigs in the Teen Vaping Epidemic. Sweet and fruity E-cigs associated with heavier use. It was done at the University of Southern California in October 28, 2019. So basically the study was saying how students who use or youth who use e-cigs or like jewels or vaping that's either a candy or a fruit flavor tend to do it more and rely on it more heavier than somebody who uses tobacco flavored or menthol flavor. So we know that nowadays a lot of teens are getting into the whole vaping thing, even though it has been shown how a lot of youth are having a lot of health problems behind it, or like showing a lot of different signs in their face that there's issues going on. But what people don't know, or what they think these e-cigs or vaping is, that they're safer because there's supposedly no nicotine in them, but that's not the case. They definitely have nicotine in them, and the more that you use them, the heavier you can begin to develop a nicotine addiction, and it talks about that in this article as well. So the people who did the study had followed around 478 LA kids, and they surveyed them every 6 months. So they started this from their 10th grade, from the spring of 2015 through the 12th grade in 2017. So it says that the researchers found that about 9 out of 10 teens in the study vape fruit, candy, and other non-traditional flavors. Of the youth using these non-traditional flavors, 64.3% were still vaping 6 months later, as compared to 42.9% who only used traditional flavors like tobacco or menthol. So, like I said before, and it also states in here, the teens who use the fruity, buttery flavors that were more appealing to their taste started to show patterns that they were using it more constantly, and they even stated how they were starting to take more puffs of the vape or the e-cig versus when they first started using it. Now they're relying on it more heavier. So basically, I think that it's not a good idea that kids are able to get access to these types of things, because it's basically like cigarettes. It's the same concept, but because people think that it's safer, they use it a lot more, and they're still doing a lot of damage to their lungs, and they're early on in life versus later in life, like somebody who may smoke cigarettes. It's just getting bad. And the age limit went up for being able to buy these tobacco products now, so now you have to be 21, so that helps. But we do know that there are people who will buy these things for kids who are underage, instead of saying, no, I'm not gonna aid them or enable them in order to get these things. I think that there should maybe be a class like like growing up we did the DARE class. I think there should be like a class that goes more in depth about vaping and e-cigs and how they relate heavily to cigarettes and the damage that they really can do to you, especially at a young age like this, because kids they're vaping all the time. Like they could be walking, in the movies. It's like they're doing it all day, every day, and that's not good. definitely something needs to be done. And I really think that because it's starting at such a young age, probably doing something in the schools would benefit a lot. But because they don't understand the damage that they're doing to their insides. A lot of kids are doing it out of peer pressure or, trying to be cool and fit in because that's what everybody's doing and they want to follow the trend instead of being their own person. But I think that parents and, like I said, in the schools, it really needs to be talked about. Like, if your kid is doing this, you need to sit them down and talk to them and do research with them on what they're actually getting into so they fully understand and are aware the damage that they're causing to themselves, in hopes that they'll, if not slow down, stop it completely and not pick it back up again, and hopefully encourage other students to do the same, because it is not safe. Everybody thinks it's safe, and that's the thing, but it is not safe. It is just as dangerous as cigarettes, but at a more faster pace.